Hey there guys, and welcome back to my channel. And guess what guys, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Samsung electronics, and more notably the Samsung mobile division of the company. And what I've discovered guys is pretty bad. I've done a lot of research on this. I've been doing my due diligence. I've also had phones from Samsung as well, and I've had all phones from Sony, Apple, Xiaomi, Huawei, but none of them are as bad when it comes to screen burn than Samsung. You see, Samsung phones, for some reason they seem to have this problem with screen burn, where like you're using a phone for a few months to like say about a year, and then all of a sudden you notice like a sort of embedded writing on the screen whenever you turn it on. So like say for example the screen bar, like the information bar will be like printed on the screen. So no matter what you do, if you go on another screen, when you're on your phone, you go on another like window type of thing, or another app or anything, you'll still see that marking. That's called screen burn. And I gotta be honest guys, it happens only on Samsung phones. Rarely do you see it happen on any other phone. Now I've had loads of Apple phones. I've had an Apple 4G, Apple 4S. I've had an iPhone 6, I've had a 6S, I've had a 7, I've had an iPhone X, I've had an iPhone XS, I've had an iPhone 12, I've had an iPhone 12 mini, I've had an iPhone 13, and none of them have ever developed screen burn. And I've had a load of I've looked at a load of different Apple phones, like by box. I used to buy phones basically. I used to buy phones years ago. I used to buy phones and sell them on eBay. I used to get them from like used shops like cash converters, cash generators, and then I'd like I'd haggle them down in the price, and then I'd like put the price up and put them on eBay to make a small profit, make like say £20-30 on a phone. And all that time doing that, all the phones that I've ever noticed that had screen burn, they've always been Samsung phones. Now I used to think that Apple was a bad company. I used to think Apple was an evil company. But I went over to West Bromwich the other day on Saturday, and I went into the cash generators there, and I seen a Samsung S20, and I was thinking of buying it because it's only £130. But I said to myself, oh, well, I bet it's not screen burn, because anytime they're selling really cheap in cash converters or cash generators or cash converters or CX, if they're like really cheap, chances are they've got screen burn. And if it's a Samsung, it will be screen burn. And guess what guys, it had screen burn on it. And there was another one there, another S20 that also had screen burn. And I said to the guy, why do you think like it's only Samsung phones that have screen burn? Because I've never seen screen burn on Apple phones or Huawei phones or LG phones or Xiaomi phones. And he said to me the same thing I was thinking, and I was quite surprised with that prospect that he said. He said he believes that Samsung are saving all the best phones and saving all the best screens and giving them to Apple, so Apple can make a load of iPhones, because iPhones sell better than Samsung phones. So well, the high-end ones do anyway. Like I think Samsung still sell more phones yearly, but a lot of what they sell are like the cheap phones for like 100 or 150 quid, but like their expensive phones like for like 800 to £1,000. Like they don't sell nowhere as much as Apple. Apple are number one for selling like the expensive phones. And I got to admit that kind of makes sense what the guy said and what I was thinking to myself. He said because they know Samsung, that is, they know that they're gonna make a load of money if they can guarantee selling phones to Apple. So Apple really demand that the screens are like good and they last long, because like everyone is buying like an Apple phone, an iPhone, yeah, and they don't want to be like going back to the customer and saying like we can't replace the screen. And Samsung know they're going to get more money. You see, they're going to get more money by just selling screens than like making their own phones. So all the screens that are left over, Samsung saying, well, yeah, okay, we'll just like make our phones out of these screens. If they get screen burn, no big deal. We just won't replace it. And that's what's happening, guys. That's really what's happening. And it may sound like, why would they do that? Why would they like tarnish their name? Why would Samsung tarnish their name? They don't need, because basically, yeah, they know that probably in the next few years people are just going to stop buying their phones anyway. You know, people are done with them. People are done with Samsung phones, Android phones, pretty much done. You only see people with Android phones, yeah, that more likely they're cheap ones. You know, it's rare now that you see people like buy an expensive Android phone. Why would you do it? You just get an iPhone, aren't you? And it's not just Samsung phones and that suffer the screen burn. It's also their TVs. They have like, for example, my TV. I'll show you actually. So there, guys, you can see there's a big line down the side of my telly, down the side of my Samsung TV. It's really bad. So, oh yeah, that's also the thing that they're messing upon. Not just the phones, they're also messing upon the TVs as well. I've had a load of faulty Samsung phones with screen burn, you know. So you've only got to go online anyway and do your research. You'll see loads of people complaining about Samsung and that they're never going to buy a phone from them again. They're never going to buy a phone from Samsung again, they say, because of the screen burn problems. It's too much. Happens too much. It happened with my S6. I had screen burn. I had an S8 that had screen burn, and my S10 was nearing screen burn as well. It was like pink. It was always getting like, it's meant to be white and it's like pink on it. Like the screen was pink instead of white. I mean, it's just insane. And I'm never going to buy them again. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, tell me if you want anything. I'll see you next video. Peace.